Oh, everybody missed the whole intro. I did a whole big thing. It was amazing, and nobody heard it.
Wait, what? You're the announcer guy?
I mean, today I was, because the announcer guy, apparently he's over on YouTube.
We had the YouTube pipes connected to the Twitch pipes, and we forgot to open up the gate.
I don't know
Twitch
what's
pipes.
going on. I really don't know what's going on.
It's a very complex BGP routing table that we had to configure. Apparently, it also took out Exchange Online as well for like 5 hours yesterday.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that?
Hey, did you know we've got a new announcer, boy? It's GPT.
Oh, nice. We could have Chat GTP write the announcer boy.
We totally could. We need to do that. Actually,
Yeah.
You know what? We need to do that.
I've got examples of every single line that announcer boy has done for the last 92 episodes. We could feed that into the Chat GPT learning module, language module, and then have it generate the new Chat GPT based announcer script.
Well, I so want to do that.
It'll be an experiment. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you.
We are simul streaming on 2 different locations and complete violation of our Twitch terms and agreement. Please do not report us to Twitch.
Please. Yeah.
Report
us. We've been reported before. Anyway.
Yeah, no.
Let's say good morning to Energized Tech. Haven't seen you in a while, sir. Good to see
Yes.
you. DEF CON veteran in the house. Our friend Rich Campbell from London in the Englands. I hope you're dialing in from a pub.
Yes, must be. Have darts in hand.
Yes. Habsa Blog and Litley. Hello. Aspen Forrester. Good to see you. Shadiest of Pandas. Jan is here. Mentioning that our setup is tricky. Of course it is tricky. I'm not seeing many people over on YouTube, but lots of people I'm chatting on Twitch. Let's see. Vizio MVP here as usual. Words have already started being added.
Oh, nice. At least they know how to do it, right? That's good.
Yeah, Switch GPT has been added.
Nice.
And then let's see, who else am I seeing? That's it. DJ Eddie is here as well. So hello. Good.
Nice.
Yeah. Rich Campbell says made a big old dent in a bottle of Dalmore King Alexander earlier in the week. Oof. Probably still trying to recover from that one? Question mark.
Nice.
I don't know.
Could be.
Depends on the size of the dent. That's a.
See, according to me, I only see myself, and I see Wire Canuck, and I see you over at YouTube. So
yeah.
Hey, you got to start small. You got to start somewhere.
Well, exactly.
I'm just happy that I rehydrated. It's an actual term. I rehydrated the YouTube channel.
Okay.
With things.
I'm gonna like the stream on YouTube.
Let's dust it off.
If I like the stream on YouTube, it helps with the algorithm.
There you go. The algorithm is always in control. Oh, look, Steve's here.
Hi, Steve.
I was just going to say we have 7 viewers over on the YouTubes right now.
We have 5. We have 5, and 4 of us are here.
I was about to say it's all the moderators. Just in case we have a massive influx of comments over there, we got all the moderators happening.
It's okay. We just thought making us more accessible to the people.
Absolutely.
How about those on Twitch? There's a lot of you on Twitch. There's hundreds on Twitch.
Yep.
You've also on YouTube rehydrated videos.
Well, on the YouTubes, yes. So one of the tasks that I was assigned during our planning meeting on January 3rd was to finish publishing the hand-curated previous episodes of Patch and Switch. Because in case you don't know, you can subscribe to us on the podcasting directory of your choice, including Google Podcast, Apple or Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, blah, blah, blah. You name it all. We're there. You can find us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us there if you want the after effects, the after shows. And as part of the rehydration process, I'm like, well, we've got these videos. Why don't I put them up on the channel? So actually on youtube.com/patchandswitch, you've got a playlist of previous episodes. You can actually see us, not just hear us, because our podcast is just an audio podcast. So I actually have it in my truck. It's on my Spotify.
Do you actually listen to it in your truck?
I I don't like listening to myself. The
I was
sound of
going
my
to say,
voice.
how do you get around that? Because I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. So it's in on the Spotify's. You can subscribe to us there. So it's one of the podcasts that my
says
playlist.
hello from YouTube, as does Tony.
Oh,
Hello.
nice.
So we've got some folks on the YouTubes. Wire Canuck says, Rick, you do have a face for radio.
Yeah, I know, very much so. Face for
Yeah.
radio. Yeah. So we, as part of the rehydration process and of getting all the previous episodes found, hand curated, we are in the new 2023 season. According to when we started to actually put numbers next to episodes, which is not that long ago, we're at episode number 93 today, I think. Yes, episode 93.
Yeah, but we only started counting in like 2020 or something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more. I've even found some old episodes on the Channel 9 archives of when we were inside the server room that had the electrical panel behind us. And I even found
the
one.
Cameras would overheat.
I even found one where it's you and I in a conference room in building 9. Remember those?
That was the beginning of the.
That's literally archival footage right there. So those shall remain buried. But the new SLA is basically, I will within 24 hours of today's show have the episode number 93 up on our podcast platform and make it available for the 3 subscribers that we have.
Well, very good. Well, you can go over to youtube.com/patchandswitch and you can click like on the stream and you can subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. It just is going to alert you when the show goes live or we have additional videos, etc., etc. Or of course you can stay right here on the Twitches where we're seeing another random IT guy coming in.
You said additional videos? What are you talking about?
Ed, hi Ed. Additional videos, like when you add videos.
Okay, like show videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
That works. Well, we could also do YouTube shorts, highlights of the show. That, of course, first we'd actually have to have a highlight for the show.
Yeah, so I would say I think we need to have some more active use from our users and maybe even by us because we don't have an editor. We can barely afford a sound guy. And even then,
we can't even pay the guy to upload the shows.
Yeah, I know. So all of a sudden having to source good clips of all this raw humor, that would be hard. So
is that what it is?
If only we knew someone that like created something that's called Clip Talk or something like that we could leverage to actually find those nuggets. There's got to be at least 1 or 2 witticisms that exist that we could use as advertising.
Sorry, a witticism?
A witticism. I've got the vernaculars going today with my vocabulary.
How much coffee have you had this morning?
This is my 5th cup. I had a long day, a long night. That's another story for another time.
This is why we have vernaculars and large vocabularies, because he's on his 5th cup of coffie.
You got it. I might
Energized Tech says you could pay them in bits and bytes. Nah, we don't even have enough of those. I think I might come up with 8 bits at some point. But Rich Campbell says they thought they were wits. They were half right. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. What else is going on? Well, you said you're not going to talk about your lack of sleep.
Well, it's kind of a technology thing. I was going to save that for beer talk, but
okay, we can.
Are we officially moving into the first segment of the show?
Oh, should we? It's only 10 minutes past the hour.
That's about right for us. We normally banter for a bit, and then we do the first segment of the show.
And then we completely get derailed and talk
I don't know if Steve is able to throw up our little banner that there we go, from the trenches. So, so this really isn't a from the trenches story. So I'll save the sleep thing until beer money, which is the next one. But from the trenches story for me and for us, it's I got pinged by our good friend Cameron over in the Channel 9 studios /Deverell studios /other things.
We don't know what it's called yet.
I know. I don't know what the name is either. But,
can we call it the studio yet to be named?
He's asking me for an update on the status of the server that's over there.
Did you tell him that we have the ability to log on as an administrator and that's about it?
That's basically, I'm like, we now can log on, but we still have a problem with it. Whenever the server reboots, it's not going to actually come up into the OS anymore. So that still has to be worked out because I haven't had any time to put hands on the keyboard to be able to figure it out. Right. So this is to catch the audience up in case you didn't hear it last time. We need to revive an old cluster in a box HCI hardware, if you will, for Azure Stack HCI on a data on system, and it's a UEFI secure boot setup system. And when we did the OS install, we screwed up the UEFI boot process. So now it just simply doesn't acknowledge the hard drive that's in there.
So I honestly don't think it's a Windows thing. I think it's within.
Yeah, there's something wrong inside the UEFI BIOS and the boot sequence that's not recognizing the drive. So to me, that's a matter of we did not securely initialize that drive. Therefore, UEFI is not going to acknowledge it, and we need to go in and basically, my guess is nuke that drive. It's it's the basic OS that's on there. Nuke that drive and then redo it again correctly from within the UEFI boot process order to make it acknowledgeable. That's my test. Or I could go through into the depths of EFI boot process, boot sequence stuff, and try to figure out how to magically blow some server fairy pixie dust on it, or just use the cloud mentality that I should have, which is just nuke it and recreate it again.
Cattle, not pets.
Yes. Treat it like cattle. Take it out. That's the plan.
Hello, Colleen. Good to see you. Shouldn't you be doing something? Also good to see Harold over on the YouTubes. Good to see.
Oh, yes.
And did we say hello to Ed? I think we did.
Nice, Ed.
Yes, we do need we need to. I don't know how to do that though. I don't know how to properly UEFI it on that device. Because that's the first time I've actually worked on one of those data on devices, because you never let me near them.
There's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. So that's like the one piece of nostalgia I'm going to go back to probably later today. I've got a couple of more calls to check in on and things like that. But then I'm going to take the learning time that I have reserved in my calendar to go and relearn some of this stuff, because it's still useful. So yeah, go in and get that up and happy. And that was originally designed for 36 bytes of local storage that then get synchronized with Azure Files to work as an archive solution for them. So time to figure that out. That's my work stuff. What are you doing these days, man? What's in your trenches life?
I mean, we had admin overhead this week. You know, those meetings that you have to have where you talk about business and those kinds of things, the admin overhead.
Yes. The quarterly business reviews.
Yep.
The QBRs.
The QBRs. The QBs of ours. So that's kind of been the main focus so far of the week, and getting other slides and such put together. That's what we do. Benicia says treat it like cattle, but it's a server and you'll have to give it a name. Just saying.
Yeah. And again, we don't know the name of the group that it belongs to, so I don't know how to name it.
Oh. Can we call it the server that has no name?
Or the server that shall not be named, or the server. What is it? What's Voldemort? We can't. We can't.
that who shall not be named.
That who shall not be named. Now, see, Vinicius has access to a more modern version of an HCI stack, but that's in the lab environment. I don't even know if he's used that recently. He was using that for his lab and experimentation with Windows containers on HCI. So,
does he know how to do it?
Well, I don't know, because I handed him a pre-configured box that I don't know if it's been updated or not, but he's got that one. That's in an area in Building 25 that they call Sand Alley. So it's a small, very high-tech looking, cool room of servers and server racks and air conditioning. They actually have vendors that make sure that you're allowed to be in the room and stuff like that. It's actual security in there. So I have to sneak in at nighttime for that one.
Energized Tech has a great idea. He says, just call it null.
Nice.
That could work, right?
I see Wired Canuck is putting in some kind of very long, crazy stuff
no
in there.
idea
Do not copy and paste that, folks. We do not know what that does. We're not taking any responsibility for that.
I should pin that message.
Nice. Oh yeah. So that kind of stuff has been kind of interesting for the server side, just kind of waking ourselves up. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the Azure file sync because it's been offline for quite some time. We're not too concerned about the data that's on that server right now. So it's just a matter of getting it back up and functional for them. And that's it.
Things to think about that I can't think about. Oh, Wirecritic says that's a PowerShell command to generate a random string. Yes, but you can't put that in the name of this server box. It doesn't work.
Nice.
And apparently Jan says Pierre pasted a PowerShell thing. It's not even finished.
Nice. Yeah, I love it when you have an audience that can analyze and critique your PowerShell skills in a chat.
Live in chat.
Live in chat. PowerShell dissection. Good stuff.
Exactly.
So you want to hear my beer money story last night that woke me up? Are we in the beer money section already?
Okay. I mean, so, it's I guess it's our show.
It is our show. We have the official banner.
It says beer money on the screen now.
So whenever the official banner comes up, we switch. So random sections are now going to come up as stuff. Not beer. No, we can't talk
no
about
order to the show. It's just random.
Go back. Nice.
Oh, we've already ended the show at this point.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been great seeing you. Beer money wise, so I have Nest smart home fire alarms all around the house.
Okay.
They're all connected. They're all awesome. They have power and they have batteries built in. They're good for 10 years, all sort of stuff. And one of my dogs, actually, well, both of them, but the smallest dog, Bailey, who runs the household, when she hears the high-pitched sound of something getting ready to go, or when the lady in the sky starts talking to say, there's smoke in the bedroom, alarm will sound, when it gives you the warning sounds, when any kind of a high-pitched sound like a fire alarm chirping because the battery's low, or when the announcement comes out, she gets all freaked out and disappears because she just doesn't like it. Right?
Yeah. So
last night, apparently, when I took down all the original fire alarms that are in this house, because this is a rental house and they had cheap $5 fire alarms that were expired. I took them all down and replaced them with my own Nest ones that I brought from my other place. And then when I leave, I'll just replace them with $10 fire alarms to have it all set to go. Anyway, somewhere buried in the bottom of a cabinet inside of the laundry room, which is right next to my bedroom, one of those fire alarms that I didn't throw out was chirping. It was doing.
So it was not attached. It was not on the wall.
It was not attached, not on the wall, not one of the high-tech Nest ones. It was one of the old ones that was chirping. But it's, the low battery sound. But it's so freaking loud because it's inside of a cabinet with hard sides and it's acting like an amplifier to kind of make the sound come out.
Oh,
and those stupid things chirp like every 3 minutes or something stupid like that. So you hear the chirp, you're all discombobulated trying to figure out where the thing is, and then you lose it, and then all of a sudden it's on the other side of the room, it chirps again, and you got to rush over and try to find it. Anyway, I'm sound asleep. This thing is going off, and my wife wakes up to it, and the dog is freaking out, and she's trying to find this thing. Finally, she gives up, and in my half sleep, I kind of woke up and something was on. I didn't know it was just kind of off. And all of a sudden I feel this hand push my back to wake me up, scared the living bejesus out of me. And she says, Rick, go deal with the fire alarm. I can't find it. And she goes back to bed.
Now, did you remember where you stored said fire alarm?
No, I had no idea because I didn't really store it. So I'm like, of course, now wandering around in the dark. It's like middle of the night and I'm listening for this chirp, and all of a sudden I hear the chirp and it draws me closer and I lose it. And so I have to let it go through like 5 chirps before I get closer and closer and closer. Finally, I found the damn thing. Flip it over. There's no battery back on the thing. It's literally an embedded battery inside the fire alarm that you can't change that's making it chirp. Because it's not a battery operated one. It's a permanently wired in one that's not wired to anything. So it's been running off the battery for almost a year. And fast forward to Rick now at 3 o'clock in the morning, hanging onto this thing, trying to figure out how to make it stop. And I'm looking for a hammer to basically just destroy this thing. Finally, I just like, screw it. Just grab them turns out it was 2 of them that were chirping to make it even worse. And they were at opposite ends of the same room, just to add for complications. So take them downstairs and put them in the garage and bury them with a very large amount of stuffing of stuff to make them shut up. And I'll deal with it later today.
Why is it that this does not happen during the day?
I know, like it should, like it would be very civil if at like a 1:27, it just decided just after lunch that it would actually go off and start to alert you to the fact there's no battery power in something you can't change the batteries in. So that was my nightmare, because then of course now I'm wide awake. I can't go to sleep again, and now I'm just sitting there doom scrolling on whatever it is social network I have.
And you just hear random chirps in your head, even knowing that you've taken care of it.
PTSD still happening. So yeah, that was my beer money of trying to fix it. Because also I instantly flipped open my app to check my Nest devices to see if my Nest devices were chirping for some reason, and they weren't, because they're all powered and they're recharged and everything else like that. So
Chuck's joined us. He says, love me some fire alarm batteries. And he says, 8-pound hammer, no stuffing needed, just hammer.
Yes. Yeah. So
do you have an 8-pound hammer?
I happen to have a very large 8-pound hammer, ball peen hammer, that I will probably use on the things today, just for fun.
Well, I was kind of disappointed. I thought you said say no so we could go to Harbor Freight.
But that doesn't the fire alarms actually have some kind of like radioactive material in them or something like that?
Yeah, actually, I think they do. I think you're supposed to recycle them through the
fire alarm
recycling program. Yeah.
My luck is I would put them out to the side of the street for the recycling program, and they would be left there, and then I'd be fined for putting them out there.
So you're supposed to take them to yes.
I can go to a fire department?
No, you take them to the hazardous materials recycling thing.
Oh, I thought you
they
said
have multiple events. There's a truck
that would be cool. Like if you could exchange your old fire alarms and then get like a ride on a fire truck that you could go and like turn on the sirens. I would do that as a recycling. I would. That would be good.
I think there's a liability of you being on a fire truck.
I didn't ask to be the guy that's at the back driving the back wheels. I'm just asking.
No. That is definite liability. I've ridden in your truck with the new braking system where you can't coast. I can't imagine you having to steer the opposite direction of the turn.
You got it.
Absablog and Lucally says Google has a return process for them.
Well, for the Nests, I would say so. Yes, absolutely. For the other ones,
the shadiest of Panda says you can try holding the test button to drain the internal battery.
Yeah, but I'm not going to try that at 3 o'clock in the morning, which would probably set the alarm off, and then I'd be like basically dead.
Why would you be dead?
Kelly would wake up and she would say, "Rick, you have one job. One job."
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I get verbal abuse all the time from everybody all around me. It's not just
Joey.
It's not just Joey.
No, I don't abuse you much. Official answer from Nest: it's because people are typically at work during the day, more likely to have someone at home to hear the beep in the middle of the night.
Oh, nice.
So wait, it's done deliberately. There's like an internal timer,
internal clock. When is the most inconvenient time that I can start?
Like these old school, like 10-year-old fire alarms. There's an internal clock that is like literally like, yo, wait till 3 a.m. to beep. That's hell, dude.
So that was my beer money, and it was mostly beer money for me. I mean, I did have I tweeted about this yesterday. I did have a very nice, I'm going to say analog, dad fixing car remotely with daughter in North Dakota type FaceTime yesterday. Which kind of counts as beer money, but it's analog in the sense that I was teaching her and remotely helping her and her friend install a negative terminal cutoff switch on the Jeep. And I very explicitly at the very beginning explained to her, so long as she doesn't touch the red cable metal parts and the black cable metal parts at the same time, she should not get shocked. So this is the safety that I did. Technically the safety training that I did for my daughter. And she successfully, in this period of about half an hour, managed to get this cutoff switch installed with only a 12-millimeter wrench and a set of keys. Because, of course, the nut on the battery post was larger. Sorry, it was smaller than 12 millimeters. It was probably a 10-millimeter nut. And so she was about to give up, but I'm like, well, do you have something you can stick in there to make it larger so it would work with the wrench? And she's like, oh, wait a second. I can just stick my key in there. So she actually used her key and the wrench to be able to make it large enough.
Are there not places where one could buy wrenches in North Dakota?
Oh, yeah, but she doesn't want to go off and do that. So she
But it's
figured
Harbor
it
Freight,
out.
man.
I know she figured it out. She
Oh,
got it
wow.
on. It was good. It took about half an hour, but it was all done through FaceTime.
That's
And
cool.
I'm like, you should be videoing this. This is like YouTube gold. This is like Twitch gold. And she's like, YouTube? What's that? Is that TikTok for old people? I'm like, shut up.
That's Instagram.
Why don't you go lick that red cable there?
Wow.
That went dark pretty quick.
Yeah, that's exactly. Hey, JFlow's in the house. Good to see you. Beer money for me.
Yes.
Do you remember back about a year and a half ago when I talked about the oldest's laptop and her spilling a beverage and needing to replace the keyboard because the space bar sticks? And it's under warranty, right?
Yes,
so I
but
bought the
she has a
extended
Surface
warranty.
laptop, right?
What's that?
She has a Surface laptop, doesn't she?
No, it's an HP Envy, actually.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
she probably can actually get in there to replace it, whereas the Surface laptops, they're non-serviceable parts.
Well, it is serviceable. You need to send it in, and it's under warranty. And they sent a box and FedEx label and everything to send it back in, and they'll swap it out and send it back.
Mm-hmm.
Never sent it in.
She never sent it in?
Nah. So
how long has the box been sitting around for?
Oh, about a year.
I think that label's no longer good.
Probably right. So we're sitting in the living room watching TV, and she's got her laptop on and she's working on some things, and I just hear this, and I'm like, what did the laptop do to you?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know some pretty heavy typers, and she's like, no, I just got to hit the space bar hard. And I'm like, why?
The bottom row of keys, you got to go extra hard on them. A little bit of forte on that.
Yeah. She's like, it's sticky. And I'm like, you didn't replace it? No, I haven't sent it back yet. I guess at this point, I mean, we're almost to the end of the 3-year extended warranty. So it may be too late, but I don't know. We'll have a look.
Nice.
Wired Canuck Rick, next step, let me teach you how to treat a 3rd-degree electrical burn.
Nice. Don't think so.
Yeah, so I guess at this point, like, is there really anything you could So JFlow, Fry's used to sell some really good electronics cleaner that would fix that. Yes, Fry's doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty I know the store is still there, but I don't even know if it's even open anymore.
Oh, no, they're gone.
They're gone officially? Because I remember going in there and just watching this institution decay with less and less stuff on the shelves, and it was quite sad.
It's completely gone. They just closed one day, didn't announce anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just, it's no good. It's no good. Where Canuck says there's a thing called Amazon. True. Yeah, I don't know. What do you actually, because if you can't get in, JFlow's got a Micro Center. Don't even talk to me.
Yeah.
I love Micro Center. Although now that I know that you're there, I may have you. Yeah, now you might become the Micro Center mule for those of us in the Pacific Northwest.
Micro Center mule.
Yeah. So how would you? How does that work? I guess I should go and research because you can't really get up. Like I don't know that I could take it apart. I don't know that I want to take it apart.
The HP guy?
Yeah.
No, you totally can, man. The worst part is those small screws, and that's just because I'm getting old. The small screws are the worst. I always potentially maybe have mixed them up a couple times because you got to know that they're there purposely engineering the laptop to have 8 screws which hold the bottom together, and then 3 of them are 3 different lengths. And then I always get those in the wrong spot. So if it gets kind of stiff and you can't put the screw all the way into the bottom, do not continue to turn the screw. You have it in the wrong spot. And don't talk to me about this. This is a sensitive topic.
Oh, apparently there may be disassembly videos. You know, you're probably right. I might take that because I have my handy dandy.
I fix a
there.
toolkit.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, but would like to be.
Yeah. I have the toolkit. I mean, that might be a story for the next
Next
beer
episode.
money.
Yeah.
That turns into random spending when I have to buy her a new laptop because I broke
Nice.
it.
And then what? So basically the idea is just taking the keyboard, taking it out, flipping out the motherboard, getting access to the keyboard, and then just dousing it in some kind of electrical cleaner.
Yeah, just wiping it down, really. Probably all you need to do. A little alcohol.
some Tito's.
Hey, it works for
Joey.
me.
Oh, I'm just cleaning its keyboard.
You're not wrong. But I was thinking more rubbing alcohol.
Yeah. I don't recommend drinking rubbing alcohol.
J-Flo, one for the laptop, one for Joey. Just don't mix up the rubbing alcohol and the Tito's, okay? That could end poorly.
Very nice.
That could end poorly. Chuck, how did the CPU get threaded right through the middle? Don't know. Don't know.
I gotta say my system has survived nicely. It's been through a number of different burn-in sessions, and my updated home PC is doing quite well over here.
So you've been threatening to reconfigure it.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, if we start to get into some game streaming type stuff just for fun, like patch and switch, playing games. We're invite our friends and friends and neighbors' friends and cousins and daughters and uncles and brothers and sisters and everybody else to come off and play games with us, to do a better streaming setup for that. So having a dedicated machine to do that, plus a streaming box. I've been consulting with these guys. Like, apparently Steve and this other guy, Wired something or other, have this show that's actually pretty good about talking about streaming configuration. So I was going to engage them in a consultative matter to see if they could help out, but they have so far not responded to my queries.
That doesn't surprise me, really.
Yeah.
So I just did a search just real quick because I was here, and there's literally a video by HP. By HP.
Oh,
So
by
an
HP.
official, yeah, an official HP video to remove the keyboard on this laptop.
Nice.
It's actually to replace the keyboard, but I would assume the instructions are kind of the same because you got to take it off to kind of clean it, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Not bad.
It looks a little scary.
Lots of little screws.
Well, yeah, but like apparently there's like you have to remove things with pliers.
Oh,
yeah.
There's
there's like a connector you have to like.
We'll just sit here and wait while you watch the video.
That have to be detached.
How long is the video? Like a 5-minute video?
It's
25 minutes.
It's 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh, okay. So we could play it in its entirety right now if you wanted to.
We could.
Everyone could learn.
People need to see this.
Everyone could learn how to replace the keyboard on an HP laptop with edutainment.
No.
Steve has ruled.
I think at this point I'm just gonna send the thing in.
Nice. Yeah, I'd request another box to be sent. A refreshed label.
We may need to do that.
Nice.
Need to do that. Random spending.
Oh, I've random spent a little bit.
Anything you care to share on the program?
Well, I was actually hoping to use it today, but I didn't get a chance to use it. Again, I was game storming, brainstorming, game storming, kind of figuring this out of new ways of doing hybrid session delivery for things, and different ways of being able to have stuff captured in person space and then shared online simultaneously with an audience in the room without being too intrusive and stuff like that. And full credit to Wire Canuck. He put me on to a camera, which is pretty cool, which I haven't opened the box yet. It's right here. Look at this. See if I can do this. So can you see that?
Yeah. What is that?
This is an OBS bot camera.
It's a what?
It's a PTZ style camera, pan, tilt, zoom. Apparently that's an official acronym and term in the video world.
I had no idea.
So this is a PTZ camera that's a web camera, and it is small, but it has a 1/2-inch sensor in there, and it has full pan, tilt, zoom capabilities, but it's a webcam, so it connects up with USB-C. And you can buy a USB-C to HDMI converter if you needed to. But the important part is it's actually got intelligence in there that does AI-based tracking. So again, I don't have this set up, but apparently if this was the proper camera, I could stand back here and do a hand signal. This hand signal means lock on and find my face, and it does facial detection to find you. And then it kind of like literally draws a little box around you in its brain, I guess.
So what
and then
happens when you're like
around,
me and you talk a lot with your hands?
I know that. Well, it has to be a very specific motion, right?
Oh, okay.
And you can't have it too close to your head because it doesn't work. It's just like this. And anyway, so this means lock on my face, and it will follow you around a full 180 degrees. And the other cool thing is, I believe this is it. There's an upward motion like this means zoom in and zoom out. So it actually can, if I'm further back on the space, it will actually like zoom in and zoom out to me, and
because
stay
that
locked
won't look awkward when you're there.
I know, like just hi, no, stop. It's like, anyway, I haven't tried any of this out, but there's another version of the camera that they sell, which is called the Tail, and that's a standalone camera that's used for outdoor vloggers, I guess, if you're cool enough to be a vlogger. And it has I want to say mayhem mode. You actually give it the sign like this, and then it's set for super fast tracking. So in case you want to see me split my head open on a BMX bike or break my tailbone as I fall off a skateboard trying to do an ollie or a kickflip or something. Those are the only two skateboarding terms I know. It will apparently follow you as well. This one doesn't do it because it requires a PC, but the software is all built in. It does the tracking. The Tail is actually standalone, whereas this one needs to be really tethered to something. But the idea is basically put this at about eye height, not that far away from the stage where you're presenting, and then be able to ingest that signal into OBS software or something else so that it's not intrusive to the 300, 400 people in the room, but it gives a good experience, because I know when I talk, as you can see, as I'm doing it right now, I like to move around. I have to move around on stage. I try to make it purposeful movement, but I like to move around a bit on the stage for emphasis at different points.
Emphasis?
Emphasis on the wrong syllables.
Is that like emphasis?
Yes.
Okay.
The Canadian version.
Jeez, you have your own language.
So yeah, the goal is, I was hoping to crack that open and try it out, but I got tied up doing the archival of the podcast episodes. So yeah, don't forget patchandswitch.com. Go there, sign up for your podcast subscription on your favorite podcasting subscription directory. But yeah, that's some random.
Are we supposed to do #ad when we say that?
#ad, like and subscribe. I don't know. We don't have any fancy graphics for the like and subscribe stuff. So
you can like and subscribe though, because we're on YouTube.
Yeah, but you can like there's subscriptions on Twitch too for being able to do things, right? So
sure,
I know that exists. That
is some serious random spending. So when are you going to try this out?
I don't know yet.
Okay. So is this going to replace your main camera that you use?
Well, see, the camera that I'm using right now is actually like a professional grade, a digital SLR with a nice lens, whereas this is just, I want to see the quality of the picture. that comes off of this one, because it is well, they probably tell you the name of it. Some kind of, it's a Sony sensor, which is good, but it's got some kind of relatively name brand lens to it. But it's obviously not as good as like a real photographer's quality glass that's there.
A professional SLR?
Yes. Yes.
As opposed to a non-professional SLR.
You got it.
Apparently Chad is now talking about Al Mazrah and DMZ.
Oh, nice.
Or DMZ. Did you just...
I think I just bought a subscription.
I think you just did.
Did I gift it to somebody, or did I use it for me?
No, you gifted it. Well, you gifted one to Rich Campbell and one to Shady Panda.
Are you serious? I meant to buy it for me because I'm getting ads on my Twitch stream. Oh, congratulations, Rich Campbell and Shadiest of Pandas. Apparently, I've just gifted you a subscription. Is that what you're supposed to do in Twitch world?
You can't. You know what, folks?
You can't write this stuff.
You can't make this up. Somebody in an internal Teams chat today posted a picture, one of the ones that we used for promo, and said, "This is going to be a meme." And then Wireconnect replied, "The show's a meme." You're not wrong. I can't. You can't make up what happens on.
Now, the funny thing is that the picture that she chose was just you and I at the podcasting table, Studio C inside of Deverell Studios. There's a second one that I did later in the countdown before the show where you have the mic like you're trying to strike me with the mic.
Yes, that's one of my favorite photos of us that we use.
Where you're fed up with me. So I happened to find those when I was digging through the podcast episodes. So I decided to revive that we need to do another camera shoot, another photo shoot.
So Chaos says this was the random spending section. And not wrong. You're not wrong.
Have you had any random spends of late, my friend?
Thanks, I guess. So you can't make it up, folks. It just happens live. It just happens live. Rich Campbell says it won't let me gift you one back.
Oh, nice.
So there you go. That was funny. Now I completely lost track of anything that I was going to talk about.
Well, what about you, random spend wise? Have you done anything random spend wise?
You just asked on Twitter, can I randomly give cash to people on this platform too? No, we're not monetized on YouTube for a reason.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Well,
wait, it says I'm first. What am I first for? On Twitch.
You're first? What?
It says I am now first.
You're first on the hype train because you gifted 2 subs.
Oh, so we have a hype train now?
Hype train.
Yeah, we don't need to hype train.
Nice.
Random spending. Room. So last week I was in the Vegases. My future home of Las Vegas, Nevada. Have I officially mentioned that on this channel? I don't know if I have or not. Oh, Rich Campbell, thank you. Gifting 5 subscriptions. So Vizia VP Aspen, DJ Eddie Kowski, and Womble Gooner say thanks to the legend that is Rich Campbell. Of course, as you know, if any money that goes in goes to the kids, it goes as donation to St. Jude. And Rich Campbell says we cannot have Rick be first.
Oh, and now see this is Twitch is now telling me, oh, do you want to give 4 subs for only $19.95? Click this button to continue. I guess I need to find out whose PayPal is associated with the Patch and Switch account on Twitch because I don't think it's mine. I'm just randomly giving money to people from this PayPal account.
You've taken money from the kids?
No,
is that what you've done?
No. I have not taken anything away from the kids, but it's someone else's PayPal account. I don't think it's my account. So maybe it's Steve's account and we're taking the money that we pay him.
But you did it on your account, not the Patch and Switch account.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
So it is my, well, I got to check PayPal now. Excuse me.
Oh my God, this show's gone. Anyway, so I was in Las Vegas. where I'm moving, and we just did the halfway inspection. So this is basically halfway through construction. It's the inspection that is done before they start drywalling.
Correct.
And other things. Jay Shot gifting 3 subs. One to I'm Curious Mauve, one to AZ Cloud Elf, the other to Patrick Wenberg. And an anonymous gifter gifting 5 tier 1 subs to Exchange SME, K McFerrin, Johnny Chips with a Z, and Soren. So thank you all to our amazing. Is this what it takes for us to violate our terms of service and stream on multiple platforms? And now we've got a hype train. Okay, anyway.
I've never seen a
level 3 hype train. I've only seen these on streams I watch, but yeah, amazing. Thank you, everyone. The kids, thank you. In Las Vegas, halfway inspection, I random spent $300.
Oh wow.
And I had a third-party inspection company come out and do a walkthrough as well. So we walked through with the construction superintendent and looked at everything. But I had a third-party inspection company come in. It was a 47-page document, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Do you know what they found? One of the
termites?
vents needed 2 extra nails.
Oh, that's very significant. That's like I'd walk away from the house for 2 nails that are missing. Walk away. I was like,
we were sitting at lunch when we got the inspection report, and I'm scrolling on my phone and I'm reading in everything as expected, and I'm reading it. Finally, the big bold exclamation mark needs attention, and I look at it, and it's like the return air exchanger needs 2 more nails.
Nice.
I was like, oh, okay. That report was not $5,000. It was $300. It was not $5,000. DJ Eddie, no, they are not load bearing nails. They are actually just to attach a heat exchanger. It's fine. It's a plate. It's totally fine. J Flow posting the picture in chat of me beating you with a microphone. There's no proof that I actually hit you with it. And that's my story. I'm sticking to
our lawyers, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, have asked us to not discuss this matter further. Excellent.
And now it's being shown on stream.
Oh,
so
nice.
This is great. This is great.
Love it.
So that was my random spending, and that's kind of cool. I did find one issue myself, where the cable that crosses the ceiling upstairs, where the access point is going to be for the upstairs area.
Yep.
It crosses a electrical cable, a high voltage
power line, a hot one.
Though with today's shielding, it would be fine. They actually said, yes, we'll move that. So kind of cool. I mean, you go through the entire process and they find one thing. It's good to see you, Chuck. Have a good day, buddy.
Nice.
He shows up on this show, drops in a chat and says hello. Haven't seen him. Haven't seen Chuck.
I haven't talked with Mr. Crowell in like weeks.
Haven't heard from him.
I know.
I heard he was.
I think I last heard from him last year, maybe. So.
No, I did hear from him. I did hear from him since, but yeah.
Oh, so he's playing favorites then.
No, he just texted me to tell me he couldn't meet me to help with the wiring of the.
With the wiring for the dance competition.
Yeah.
If only you had a true friend that could help you with that.
I do. He showed up.
I know
at 7:00 in the morning with coffee. Not with coffee for me. You brought
just for myself, and I proceeded to give myself a 3rd-degree burn in my mouth. Instant. I had it inside a travel cup, but it was one of those double insulated ones that you normally use for water.
Oh no, I use a double insulated coffee cup. Yeah.
Damn it was hot.
What are you doing for brewing coffee nowadays? Because didn't your machine just like die?
Machine died a while ago. I'm using the now broken machine only to provide me with pre-measured ground coffee.
So you're using it as a grinder.
Okay. Pardon me?
You're using it just as a grinder.
Just as a grinder at this point in time.
So what do you brew the coffee with?
For a coffee grinder. And instead I'm using the AeroPress. I decided to go the cheap route, and for $36 or $26, it's a individual shot of coffee that can be brewed. And it's quite nice. It looks like a big syringe plunger type thing with a filter on the bottom. You put in the coffee, boil some water, pour it in, give it a quick stir, let it sit for like 10 seconds or so, and then you press down on it with the plunger, and that shoots the water through the coffee grains into the cup, kind of with some pressure, but not really. It's not really an espresso shot, but it's a nice little chunk of coffee, and it worked out quite well. It gives me a nice caffeinated shot that I can then dilute with some water, like an Americano, and go for that. So
apparently our hype train has ended at
nice.
level 3, and I got an emote.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some kind of, what is that? Some kind of groundhog or something like that?
No, it's yeah, I guess so. I've posted, I shared it. Choo choo.
Nice.
Okay. I've been debating the new coffee machine.
Yeah.
And I thought about getting, one of the similar units that you have.
Mine was the Breville Barista.
Yeah.
I do believe it was. They've gone up in price. Holy crap.
They have.
Yeah, I bought mine for like 500 or something like that. Now they're like 700.
So I'm concerned that having to go through the religious process that is making an espresso in the morning would be too much for me to handle before I've had coffee.
That's why the automated factor of it comes into play. So it measures for you,
like measure it out and tamp it down.
No, it measures the right size for you. You can dial that in on the side. You say 1 shot or 2 shots when you put the device in, the holder in. 1 quick tamp on top of it, and then you don't even use the steamer functionality because you're an Americano guy. So
yeah.
Then you basically just press the give me the 2 shots button. That's it. It's really quite brain dead. Even you could do it.
Well, I mean, this morning I was struggling just getting the damn pot in the espresso machine. So,
well, I can only help you so far, bud.
I don't know. I'm on the fence. It's like, is it? I don't know, because I do enjoy my Nespresso. I've got little pods, and we donate them, or we recycle them. It's less than $1 a cup. Is it less than $1 a cup when you do the beans? Because can't beans be rather pricey?
Well, you're based on your roaster and the quality of how much.
My concern is I'm going to get into this like I did brewing beer.
Oh, of course you will. I mean, like, you can subscribe to a beans of the month club if you wanted to, with artisanal hand-picked beans from different farms around the world if you wanted to. So I go for, right now I'm drinking Stumptown coffee beans from good old Portland, Oregon. I used to go for Pete's, which is more universal around the world. I've also had some stuff. There's like this. Have we ever talked about the really crazy soup Nazi-esque coffee guy that's down in the downtown Redmond before?
No coffee for you.
Yeah, no, you can't talk about work, and they turn off the Wi-Fi so that you have to talk to somebody. Like,
wait, so if you walk in there,
it will kick you out.
Happen to be discussing
if you're having a meeting,
migration.
If you're having a meeting inside that coffee shop, he will actually come and kick you out.
So what if we were to go and have coffee and talk about the patch and switch program? Would we get kicked
out?
I
think we should do a live patch and switch show and get kicked out from the coffee place. I forget what the guy's name is, but it's apparently a well-known place here in Redmond, downtown Redmond. And it's good coffee. And he has a big roastery in the back, and he hand roasts all the beans for his location only.
But you're not allowed to have are you allowed to have a conversation?
Can't. Oh, you're supposed to have conversations, but if he sees a laptop out or sees you on your phones, no, not going to happen. So
if I was like showing a picture of my kid on my phone,
that's like, different. That's not a meeting. Like, if we're both like sitting there on our phones,
it could be show fodder.
If we're on our phones, yes, blah, blah, blah. If it looks like we're having a meeting, you probably get a couple of warnings, I would say, as he patrols. But
he patrols. Does he have a badge?
I've again, this is like, we need to go explore this. But it hasn't happened to me before. It's happened to Kelly and some friends that she was with, because they were having a meeting there and they had the laptop out. So the laptop is the big catch. I think you could probably get away with phones and sneak a meeting in. But
I had no idea such a thing existed in Seattle, let alone in sleepy Redmond.
Yeah. So
as they call it, Deadmond.
Deadmond. Yes, it definitely dies at around 5 o'clock at night. So the story basically comes down to
Steve, I know it's time. We're still talking.
Yeah. Are we getting ready for words?
He's pinging in the side chat saying, yo. And I'm like, we're talking here.
Yeah. Nice. So the beans that I currently have for Stumptown, they're about $13 a pound. The other beans that I have from my daughter's boyfriend's coffee shop, which is more artisanal, they're about $16 a pound. They're actually roasted in Utah, I think. I didn't know there was a coffee plantation in Utah, but apparently there is.
No, there's actually a really nice Salt Lake Roasters is a great place.
There you go. So I don't know if it's Salt Lake Roasters, but it's something. So work out the math for how much of a weight of a bean is actually ground to be able to make a double shot, and that's basically how much it costs besides energy.
Okay, that's too much math.
And if you really wanted to, you could actually get green beans that are unroasted from various different homebrew stores, and you could roast them yourself in your air fryer or in your old-fashioned hot air popcorn machines. Fun fact. Don't know if you know that or not.
And with that, it's time to pick 3 work-safe words. I'm not
good
going
transition.
Down that
Very good.
No,
see, you're skilled at this.
No, not going to no. Why Canuck, I guess a tripod with a DSLR and an A10 mini for streaming would not grab any attention. True.
Not at all.
We've cut words with votes.
Nice, because people are voting.
Yeah, the number 1 vote is Patch GPT.
Very, very awesome.
Followed by Switch GPT. So apparently Patch gets more run than Switch. Chirping
Patch is always the more popular one whenever we talked.
Chirping, Tito's, Artisanal, PS Coffee Duality, and then lots of the muted intro, Multiplicity, Rehydrate, Highlights, PowerShell Safety Guide, I'm Late, Claus Safety Zap, Random Gift, Mick Bruising. Is that Mick Bruising or Mike Bruising? Hype Train, Hand Roasted Coffee. Nice. So I think we have to go with the Patch GPT Voldemort Chirping.
Patch GPT Voldemort Chirping.
Which is going to be fun to say the next time we do the show.
Absolutely.
Which is in a fortnight's time.
Yes, I still have not made the ICS file, so stay tuned for that.
I will.
Oh, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I've actually gone in and started the discussion on whether or not we should have an evening show just for fun to see what it's like. So evening show Pacific time, which would be useful for our friends on the other side in the upside down world of Australia, New Zealand, and elsewhere inside the Asia Pacifics.
Where have you had this discussion?
Just I posted on Twitter, and so far I think 6 people have voted. So that's the mass following that I have. 6 people have voted. So look for one of my tweets at @RicksterCDN if you'd like to see us do an evening show.
All right, DJ Eddie says got it. Colleen, DJ Eddie Kowski, Jan, KT Baker. What happened?
I was about to say, I figured out how to unmute. There you go. I figured out how to unmute you while they're playing music. So you can go. You're good.
J Flow. Oh my gosh. J Shock Wire Canuck. Who else has been chatting? Rich Campbell. It's good to see you, friend. Thanks for the donations. Chuck, absolutely. I've put another random IT guy, Aspen. DEFCON veteran, DJ Eddie, who I said, Energized Tech, Ferris to Brits, Jan, Chaos, K. McFerrin-Kowski, Rich Campbell, as aforementioned, Shady Stupendous, everybody who joined us on YouTube, which is Ed and Kuzmik and Tony. Remember, we're streaming on YouTube as well as Twitch. We're back in 2 weeks' time. Until then, have a weekend, everybody.